unofficial tour, curated tour.
This is the abridged version. But again, welcome to the Kwaku Ando Sustainability Institute. Here in the Volta region, Liate Wote, Ghana, West Africa. This is phase one of the institute. And so what we've done is outline like a legend of where things are. Growing up, I always used to love going to amusement parks, and you get the little brochure that had the map, and then it would tell you, you are here. So this is one of my childhood dreams, to always create something to show where we are. So we're here by the reception, which is one. But this gives the layout of the 9 major areas of, and it's really 10, but you can't see the bamboo sanctuary. But we have our eco octagons 4, eco domes 5, bamboo pavilion, our seasonal crops, our fruit orchard, our solar car park, our reception, our washroom, our laundry areas. And this is actually an older picture. Now we have a laboratory here. So that's another structure that we have. But yes, this is the Institute, founded in 2022, October. So we're a little less than a year old, but we're definitely excited as we see more growth coming from the Institute. So
Nice.
let's take a walk around. Again, this is the abridged version. So this is not the full. We usually take about a good hour, hour and a half going through, but we're going to do a quick walkthrough because we know this won't be your last time here.
Definitely won't be the last.
And we know you've been here exploring and seeing all of it, so we're just giving you official explanation.
Tell us about this that we're walking on. I know you said this is
Yes.
kernel.
This is palm kernel shell. So the palm tree, which we'll see over there, one of the byproducts from the palm tree is these shells after they make palm oil and the various things. So instead of throwing this away, we use it now as a natural mulch. It maintains moisture, keeps the ground weed free, and it also just gives it a nice aesthetic look. And it gives a nice crunch, so whenever you walk in,
Yes.
you always know if someone's around if they're walking on there.
Can't sneak up on anybody.
Can't
here.
sneak up on them. But speaking of Kazi, the namesake of Kazi is Dr. A. Kwaku Ando, who was an ethnobotanist, born in Ghana, moved to the United States in the 80s. He is credited with introducing Moringa to the U.S. and later moved to Atlanta to start the North Scale Institute, where I met him and studied under him briefly, but was very inspired by Dr. Ando. So we decided when we wanted to name this institute, we named it after Dr. Ando.
Nice.
He's been an inspiration to us, so we always honor him. He's actually holding Moringa there with his 2009 picture when we brought a group of young people to visit his farm in the central region. He's holding Moringa and telling us about it. You see how intensely he's looking at that Moringa plant as he's speaking about it? So that's Dr. Ando, our great ancestor.
Gift to humanity.
Now we come over here to our solar car park. So Kazi is 100% powered by solar. We're 100% off the grid. We have our own water source, our own food, our own electricity. So here, we use this as a car park area. We also, when we have festivals or activities, this is where our exhibitors and vendors can set up. It's also a demonstration site for our block making. So we made eco blocks for the majority of our buildings, and these are the blocks that we made that are using the local sand, small amount of cement and water. And this block press, this is actually a block press right here that was patented by students from the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. So we made over 20,000 blocks for this campus. We had 3 of these, and we started 6 months prior to needing them to get a head start. But we built over 20,000 blocks to build this space. Like I said, most of the buildings are made with the eco blocks. But if you look up, you can see the solar panels, which we have 120 solar panels. That's giving us close to 40,000 watts of power. And we'll go see what we call the engine room, where all of our batteries and our inverters are for our solar. It's the brains of the operation.
Brains of the operation. 100% solar. It's beautiful.
This is our engine room. This is where we have our lithium batteries as well as our inverters. So if you come over here, you can see our lithium batteries, which are now full. The 4 means they're full, but we have 18 lithium batteries. And then we have 2 of these 12 kilowatt inverters. The inverters is what transforms it from direct current to alternating current, which allows us to use our plugs. And then the batteries store the energy. So we're running directly from the sun now, but when at nighttime, when there's no sun, we use our batteries as a storage. This is the only place on campus that has AC because we have to keep our equipment cool. Outside of here we have fans, but this is what we call our engine room.
Nice.
And then over here starts our seasonal crop with our farm. We have some fruit trees. Matter of fact, we got some fruit bearing over here. Anybody know what this is? You know that one?
That lychee, that's not lychee.
Nope,
That's,
this is
star fruit.
This is
Yeah, star fruit.
Very high in vitamin C. And we
Star
make
fruit.
great drinks out of these star fruits here. So this star fruit tree is bearing. We have over 500 fruit trees at Kazi. Probably about a tenth of them are bearing now, not many. They got a few more years. Here is our grape orchard, which is doing very well. Some of the grapefruits, it didn't produce as much this year. This is the first year it kind of produced, but it's doing well. We've given it space to spread. So it's growing very nice. So in the next few years, we'll be getting some good grapes
Nice.
from our orchard. This here, we have a combination of black velvet bean and cucumber. This is a very powerful bean here that runs up, and you see it trellising.
Nice.
So we'll
Cucumber.
be eating those. Over here, eventually, we won't use wash towels to bath. We'll be using these things right here. Anybody know what these are?
Is this loofah?
This is loofah.
Loofah.
You see them growing? So we'll eventually, those guests who come, if you haven't seen the dried loofah, it's the natural sponge. We'll use those to bath with, and those guests will have these as tokens that they can take when it's better than any other thing that you can wash with. It exfoliates, good for your skin. So we're growing loofah, which is in a similar family to the cucumber, the cucurbit family.
Looks like cucumber.
Yeah,
Looks a little like a squash too.
It's in that same cucurbit, which is that family. Now you see all things that ran up this tree. This is a moringa tree. You can see some of the moringa.
That's moringa.
Yeah, these are some of the seeds right here, but this is the moringa tree right here.
I've heard these grow very fast.
They do grow very, very fast.
It's also called the drumstick tree. in some
Drumstick
places.
or the nebedaye.
Nebedaye.
That's what Dr. Endo used to call it, nebedaye. That's what they call it in Senegal. And what does nebedaye sound like? Nebedaye.
Never talk.
Never die. Is it a coincidence? So this is a yam here that's ran. You see how the yam coming from here has now
So
ran up.
runaway yam. Look at that.
God's way. Baba.
This is yam.
This is a yam running up here on this. So we just got to take the yam, because the yam really should be running this way.
He's just happy to be alive, just doing his thing.
You see this yam?
See tomato.
It wants to run on this moringa. We'll just take it down and let it run this way. We should prune, we should prune it. It will come again. Even the one over there, I told you there's a tall one. So don't worry, next week we'll come in, we'll do a pruning.
This one you have to cut it just so that this one will come down and then it sits on there.
Yes. So here we have tomatoes. You know this one here, Malabar spinach. One of my favorite.
Malabar spinach.
Malabar spinach, yeah.
Malabar.
Uh-huh.
You can just eat the leaf like that.
And it's so succulent.
Let me try this.
Mm-hmm. Take one.
So my whole goat right now, y'all.
It's crunchy too. It's one of my favorites.
Wow. It's very savory tasting.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Almost like aloe vera, but somewhere else.
It's very good. Very, very good. So now we get into, we have our groundnuts, peanuts growing.
This has a little bit of slime to it too.
Yes, it
Kind of
does.
like a okra. Okra,
Peanuts,
peanuts,
peppers, you can see
peppers,
chilies coming in.
chili pepper,
Mm-hmm.
chili pepper.
Come over here, you can see some red ones coming.
Oh yes,
Yeah, peppers coming in. That's our local pepper.
I
We're
love
talking
my
about
peppers.
the green pepper that you think. So if you get it early, you can get the green. Sunflowers.
Sunflowers.
Bring in our pollinators.
They attract the pollinators.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of those butterflies come down from the mountain?
Butterflies, bees, all of them. We need them.
Look at this.
Birds.
It's a honeybee. This is great.
Bok choy here, okra.
Bok choy.
More bok choy and spinach.
I know people looking for the bok
Eggplant.
choy. Eggplant right here.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not the garden egg.
No, this is not the garden egg. This is just a
Eggplant.
traditional one. Smell that. You know what that is?
Wow. I don't know what it is though.
It's basil. See
That's
the
basil.
Yes, this is basil. Look at this. We have a few varieties of basil. But look at our tomatoes are doing well.
It's the tomato.
Coming in nice. Plenty tomatoes. Right now the market tomatoes are very expensive. So you can see some of the eggplant that are coming. This is a Japanese type, the long eggplant.
Japanese long
Mhm.
eggplant right here.
Yep. Right here is one of the grandmothers of all trees. The mighty, mighty neem tree.
Neem. Oh my goodness.
The mighty, mighty neem tree.
Never touched a neem tree
Yes.
till now.
Mighty, mighty neem tree. All of these trees. Now we're going into our George Washington Carver fruit orchard. So we named this orchard area after Dr. Carver.
Mm-hmm.
We
Neem
have
tree.
80 trees in this area alone. All of them are on the base have turmeric around them and also
This is turmeric.
citronella cuttings to be as a natural mulch and a fertilizer. Citrus, avocado, another star fruit. Avocado, this is a pomegranate.
Pomegranate.
More citrus.
Citrus. What is this tree right here down the middle? It just got my attention.
Which one?
Right down the middle of this row.
That one is called a bread nut. It's like a breadfruit family.
Breadfruit.
Yeah. This
Bread
is
nut
soursop.
tree. Ooh, soursop, y'all. Look at this.
It's a cherry tree. Another
Soursop tree.
soursop.
I'm so stuck on the soursop.
Yeah.
This is a cherry tree.
This tree is loaded with lemons.
Lemon.
And remember I was telling you about the lemon? So the original citrus, they have thorns. You see the
That-
thorns?
Mm-hmm.
They have thorns on them, the original ones. Yeah, this one doesn't have as many, but yeah, they have thorns on them as a natural protection. But you see how loaded this tree is with
Very
thorns?
loaded. Look at that. The more you look, the more you see.
And over here, another powerful plant medicine. You know this one?
No, I don't.
This one is noni. You heard of noni?
Noni, yes.
This is noni here growing abundantly.
Noni.
You see all the noni? Of course, this one you sit it, put it in a closed container, sit it, and you drink the juice that comes out of it. Very healing. I remember 20 years ago, everybody had the multi-level marketing Tahitian noni juice. So this is our orchard. This is a Governor plum.
Governor Plum. Some more noni.
More noni. More citrus. More avocado. Mango.
Citrus, avocado,
Date palms.
date palm.
Look how loaded this tree is. It's small, but look at it.
Ooh, this one's got more.
Look at Talwa.
Little but talawa for
Look at
real.
that. Look how that
This
abundant that
thing
is.
has more limes and leaves.
Yeah. It's
Look at
abundant.
that.
Right?
Oh my goodness. That's enough limes for the bees. Wow.
This is our orchard. All the plants are doing well.
Yeah, they're doing really well.
2 to 3 years, this whole place will be full of food, full of fruit growing. Most of these trees are between 3 and 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? This is a palm tree where the palm kernel shells come from.
This is the palm kernel shell. source. And
Yeah.
palm oil. Now, this isn't the red palm oil, is
Yes,
it? This
yes,
is the red
oil.
palm.
So it comes, the fruit come on bunches like on the trunk of the tree, and then they extract the flesh. That's how they make the oil, and then the shell. That's where we get our walking
And
material.
this is also the palm oil used in black soap. Some recipes
Yes.
of black soap. Some black soap uses cocoa
Here's
powder.
turmeric on our
Turmeric.
mound, and pineapple around the edges.
Yeah. More turmeric than I can shake the stick at.
Yes.
Look at this. This is a lot of turmeric right
We
here.
love turmeric. We really do love turmeric.
Lots of turmeric.
It's very easy to grow too.
There's another oil palm.
We actually use the turmeric like a hedge.
Yeah, it looks like a
The first thing
hedge.
we do is edible landscaping. We don't do things just to plant, just for aesthetic. They
So-
either have a medicinal.
So the landscaping is actually edible.
Everything here is either edible, medicinal, or in some way serves a benefit. Whether that's attracting pollinators like the sunflowers, but even those we can eat the seeds. Of course, we can make oil from them. Right? More
This is
turmeric.
some healthy turmeric that it's soil.
You can see all of these palm trees here around.
Were these here wild already?
Well, they weren't wild. This area was going back was a palm farm
I see.
prior to. So we actually cleared some and tapped the palm and made palm wine, and then we left some. So this area on the mound, you can see we have pumpkin and butternut squash mound. They'll run all down this mound. But we plant. This is a termite mound. We planted turmeric around it.
That was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
How tall was it?
Well, you can see the peak. It was probably another foot tall, and we just leveled it out. Put our pumpkin up top.
So this
They'll run
was
down, and we planted turmeric around it.
this was once a termite mound.
Mm-hmm. So let's go this way. So this is one of our first fruit orchards. This is actually a baobab tree right here.
This is a baby baobab.
Mm-hmm.
Baby baobab tree. This is the smallest baobab tree I've ever seen.
We ain't gonna be able to let it get super big like the other ones, but we wanted to have baobab.
But this one, yeah, it's got the shape already.
Yeah, you see the shape, right?
It's got the baobab shape.
Yep. This is our, and we planted all of these from some small 1 feet seedlings.
This
Some
is growing
smaller than that.
fast.
Oh, and then look, the neem behind that is grown.
The neems grow fast too.
So this is fertile soil.
This is very fertile soil. That's the baobab tree. Read about that fruit. One thing about this region, there is so much really nice land around. It's a really amazing place. Lots of farms surrounding all the villages on the road on the way up. All the villages are 1 and 2 miles apart, ongoing. These were not lonely roads.
I can't wait till it's come. We brought these seeds back from Jamaica. This is June plum.
June
Or in
plum.
Guyana, they know it as golden apple.
Alright, so this is called June plum in
June
Jamaica.
plum or golden apple.
And in Grenada, it's called golden apple.
No, in Guyana.
Guyana,
This right here is a cashew tree.
cashew.
It's not in season, but man, the cashew fruit, I love the fruit more than I love the actual seeds.
Cashew.
Fruit is so tangy and sweet.
Cashew tree.
But this is cashew. So we have plenty cashews. That bears once a season.
I hear it's really abundant in Guinea.
This is a guava tree. We'll prune this guava tree and get it ready for the next season.
Guava.
And so
Guava
this area
jelly.
here, as you move back, this is, and we named it in honor of Wangari Maathai, the freedom fighter who used food and trees as her weapon of peace. Planted over 1 million trees in Kenya and received the Nobel Peace Prize in 2005 for
Amazing.
her work. So we honor her, Wangari Maathai, and we named
Give thanks for
indigenous
Wangari.
food forest after her. Right under this mango tree.
That's the mango tree. This breeze is lovely.
So
Looks like rain is coming.
those are our main planting areas.
Mhm.
And then over here, I'll show you our nursery, where we do a lot of nursery. We
Approaching
have
the
our
nursery.
compost here.
This is the compost.
So try to have zero waste, which means that you don't want anything to go outside. So this will break down and become good fertile soil that we now will use to do our seed starting, our fertilizing. And this is a 3-bin compost setup.
So it's 3-bin compost. I'm also showing you the bamboo. It's these interesting structures. They look like shingles. And I was told last night it can be used like a rag. It's very, very industrial plant. The bamboo. Let me catch up. This is the nursery. I think someone asked me about this under another video. Yeah, look at this.
And here's our nursery, where we are now nursing flowers that we got from Bali, some tomato plants, and then some peppers. And then I brought some of these, some squash, peppers, tomatoes, some cabbage, kale, that we'll get in the ground in a few weeks. And then we have running along this, which will eventually cover this up and shade it, is passion fruit.
Passion
So
fruit.
this is the passion fruit vines on each corner that they'll run and cover this whole thing up top. And we have over here, just in commemoration of our ancestors, so that we never forget. You know what that is?
That's cotton.
This is cotton. So we're growing cotton here in Ghana, so we'll never forget what our ancestors, what they toiled for us to even be here. So we always give thanks to those who came before us. Ashe.
Beautiful. Asheo. Ise and Ibu.
Yeah. And then over here, got our sugar cane. Sugar cane growing all around.
Sugar cane.
Some nice stalks of sugar cane growing. We love our sugar cane.
Amazing.
And then
When-
we've been over there already in the bamboo sanctuary.
Yeah, in my other video
So
last
you have
night.
that. But yeah, so that's a pretty much of the outdoor space, and
quick
then you can
tour.
see the buildings. I'll come
Nicely
and show
done.
you the biogas. We won't turn it on, but I'll at least show you the setup.
Now the biogas is that from the bamboo?
No, that's from the compost. So any kitchen scraps we have,
Mm-hmm.
instead of taking them and putting them in a dump, and even in this case, this is a different form of compost. So what we do is, this contraption here, this is filled up with water and cow manure.
Mm-hmm.
It releases methane gas.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The methane gas goes into this balloon, which stores the gas.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a tube that takes it to our stove inside.
Mm-hmm.
That methane gas can now be a clean fuel for cooking.
Amazing.
And then what we do is with the kitchen scraps, we put the kitchen scraps in here,
Right in.
put in, and it liquefies, draws out, extracts the methane gas.
How long is the process? Like from when you
Well,
drop
we
it
had
in?
initially started, it took 10 days
10 days.
before we could light the fire and see what was going on.
Wow.
What happens is, as we put more compost here or kitchen scraps, the liquefied version of that comes out here and goes into this container, which now we use as liquid fertilizer. So we get the methane gas
Mm-hmm.
for cooking, and we get the liquid fertilizer for our plants. And then this is our outdoor kitchen, when we want to do big kitchen. So we running the tube all the way here to here, and this is a special retrofitted stove for the methane gas. And we now can burn clean fuel. This is our outdoor kitchen. You see we have big pots. Whenever we have big groups, we use these big stoves.
Nice.
This one is off just regular gas, but this one here is with the methane gas.
Nice.
Right, so this is one of our outdoor kitchens that we have when we have bigger groups and festivals. But yeah, we give thanks to HBCU Green Fund for sponsoring the biogas project. We had a group of HBCU students come in March, and they helped to install this particular. This is near to our kitchen, so we have some of our kitchen herbs, some mint, some lipia, basil, that we can use in cooking. You've seen the kitchen already in those buildings. And then let's see if laboratory room. This is our newest building.
Okay, so this is the newest.
It's named in honor of the king of this community, Tobey Kodajada V.
Wonderful.
It's a laboratory where we do a lot of things around our medicinal herbs, making our salves, making our tinctures.
Nice.
So this is our lab. And we actually, in addition to the other clean burning, we also use this. It's a Ghana-made company called EcoGel, where they make a ethanol cooking fuel. So you're not using harmful gases, and this is the stove that goes with it. Over here, remember we were talking earlier? This is what you had for mouses, the turmeric tincture.
Yes.
So we make these, we got tinctures. This one right here is a ginger tincture. The same apoteshi, right? This is the actual apoteshi. This is coconut oil that we use for a coconut oil and peppermint mix. And then this one is shea butter and lipia. It's a salve. So we make these in our medicinal herbs courses.
Nice.
Right? We harvest them fresh from off campus, and then we make them fresh. So we have all of our materials that we use, but this is a small laboratory here at Kazi.
Tell me about the EcoGel. What is this? What is this source?
It's made of ethanol, corn.
Wow.
It's a cleaner, safer, no smoke. Instead of using the little gels that you buy, this is a cleaner burn. So you pour the gel in here, and then you light the gel, and then this right here determines how much you want your fire to be.
Wow.
Yeah. You want to close it out, you just close it all the way.
Ghana made.
Ghana made. So we want to promote as many indigenous created and indigenous inspired products as possible. Now, we're talking about this, you talked yesterday about this, the steam. So this is what we do with our neem steam. We boil the neem, put it in this pot, and then you take a chair, put the pot in front of you, take a chair, cover yourself up with a towel, and you steam and cleanse. But we're also working on doing one where you do like a sauna steam with the neem. And you can use neem, lemongrass, moringa. These are the traditional clay pots here. Yeah.
Gotta make some music. Music sometime. That was your soundtrack, people.
Of course.
That was your soundtrack.
There you go. So, always,
Love
this
the
art
artwork.
from Kenneth Zaki. Big up Kenneth Zaki, wherever you're at in creation.
Tell us about Kenazaki.
Kenneth Zaki lived in Atlanta, originally out of Cleveland, I believe, but he's a fixture on the creative scene in Atlanta. Everybody has a piece of clothing or artwork from Kenneth Zaki. If you don't, you're no one unless you have a piece of artwork or a clothing from Kenneth Zaki. So big up Kenneth Zaki for contributing these designs. These are cloth that he's done the design.
These
so
are
we
nice.
put these in the laboratory. So big up Baba Kenneth for
If
blessing us.
anybody has a link to his page, drop a link
Yes.
in the comments.
Kenneth Zaki, I'm sure
Kenna
you'll see it.
Zaki
Big up Baba
Atlanta.
Kenneth Zaki.
in the building. I'm gonna just pull this door up.
Go ahead, please. We have an aki tree over here.
I like the way that sounds.
Aki tree there.
The Aki.
Guava tree, moringa tree.
So that's an Aki tree. Moringa. I think I got it right. Guava
All
tree.
around the driveway are coconut trees. So these trees you see growing up here, we have about 40 coconut trees around the driveway. Another 2 years, we won't ever run out of coconut.
Plenty coconut. So wow, you definitely want to come and come when you can.
Look at the guava.
But next couple of years, this place will be brimming with food. This is the guava
That's the
right
guava
here.
there. Richard, ready? So, thank you for touring with us. Family, come to Kazi. Come to Ghana. Come to Kazi. Brother Dean, we want to organize our family from Macon and other parts that you know within your ecosystem.
Absolutely.
Let's organize something where our family can come to Ghana and come
Real.
and see, because it's our time.
Absolutely.
All right? So give thanks again. It's
Give
been
me-
short and it's been sweet.
Short and sweet, and again, I thank you equally.
Appreciate it.
Peace and love.
Peace.
Yes.
Causeway,
Heading back to Accra,
Get
y'all.
everything?
Accra City. Accra City.
you put inside? All right, I'll take
Loading.
it.